It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Mikkeller in Denmark, and this is a can of their Side Eyes Pale Ale. It's a beer coming in at 4.6% ABV. It's available in Sainsbury's. I picked this up in Sainsbury's, which is really cool to get Mikkeller relatively locally in Sainsbury's. My Sainsbury's, for some reason, the nearest Sainsbury's is 10 miles away, but still relatively close, still relatively local. I could have it delivered, couldn't I? Let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. We got a 2-finger whitehead. Hazy amber coloured beer. Slow moving carbonation. Oh, look at this. It's quite exciting. I've had some Mikkeller from Marks and Spencer's. Now we got Mikkeller in Sainsbury's. I think it's a very good approach from Mikkeller. They've looked at the UK market. They've looked at what are perceived to be the upper echelon supermarket stores, and they've gone, we'll pop our beer in there, thank you very much. It's a very clever way of saying we're still brewing quality beer. Whether that lasts, whether that continues is another matter. I mean, you've only got to look at Thornbridge, where they went into Waitrose initially, and then now Thornbridge beers are everywhere. They're in every single supermarket going. It's also a way of the brewery, they're able to kind of understand how the supermarket works. So with Thornbridge going into Waitrose, they had a good understanding of how all of this works, and then they were able to kind of expand and branch out into other supermarkets. But anyway, apart from all of that, let's get the aroma. That's why you're here, isn't it? It's interesting, isn't it? It's really interesting. I mean, it's not so long ago you could go into, I bet you still can, you can go into a bottle shop and you'll see a 500ml of Mikkeller beer and it'll be like £10 a can. And it'll be amazing, it'll be incredible. Very similar kind of branding to this, but in a big 500ml can. So I think what they've done is they've gone, right, 330s in supermarkets, the big 500ml kind of bomber style cans, we'll stick them in the bottle shops and it gives them a different identity. But what you get from that kind of £10 beer is a massive, massive, massive aroma. It's like pumping out of the glass. Whereas the supermarket can of Mikkeller is a little bit bland. It's a little bit like, if I get any closer to it, I'm going to start inhaling it up my nostrils and start coughing all around the kitchen with beer up my nose. And we don't want that, do we? There's not an awful lot going on. There's a little bit of kind of like grapefruitiness and mustiness going on, and pepperiness and spiciness, but let's dive in. Cheers. Do you know, I'm starting to wonder if it's me. I'm starting to wonder if I've drunk that much beer in the last 11 years that I've just gone, with it. I don't think I have. But at this moment in time, at this very moment in time, I've had a sip of this beer and I've gone, I want to flick the kettle on and make a cup of tea. Honestly, it's... There's no real malt character. There's some carbonation, kind of hissing and fizzing around the inside of the mouth. There's a little bit of bitterness going on. There's a bit of sherbet lemon, like a weird, like slightly passion fruity sherbet lemony, slightly artificial flavour. Doesn't taste like hops. I mean, this is a brewery. I mean, back in the day, this was a brewery. The guy started off. The guy's a genius. Mikkeller, I stand here and say, the guy's an absolute genius. He really is. There was brewers all over the world emailing Mikkeller. I don't know. It all started about... Well, it was already started when I started 11 years ago. But there was breweries emailing Mikkeller for his recipes. I mean, like, proper, incredibly reputable brewers from around the world emailing for Mikkeller's recipes. The guy was a genius, or he is a genius. And he would give these recipes out and he would say, look, you know, just put my name on the can or whatever. Really good way of doing these things. And then the beer was like, everybody was talking about it and everybody wanted to try it. In the relatively small craft beer world that was 11 years ago, everybody wanted to try Mikkeller beer, including myself over here in Wales in the UK. And it was really difficult to get a hold of his beer. And now I'm standing here 11 years later where all the excitement is over and it's gone and it's like, you know, playing drums on the sink because I'm frustrated. How has it come to this? How has it come to this? How is it Mikkeller with his fantastic recipes? How has it come to this? How has it got to the point where he's quite happy just to go, we'll call the beer side eyes, we'll call it a pale ale, we'll whack it into a UK supermarket and we'll make a massive profit and I don't care what the beer tastes like. I can guarantee you, if I was sitting here in the kitchen with Mikkeller, standing here in the kitchen, or if I was at a beer festival with him and I gave him a can of this, or just give him a glass of this in a blind taste test and said, mate, what do you think of this? He would go, you know, who brewed this? A British regional brewer? And I just... I wonder where the craft beer world is going. I wonder where it's going. I wondered if it's all over. I wondered if even a mad thing to say that, you know, where we are. Is it now just about pumping your beer into the supermarket and now craft beer is just another kind of... Is all the excitement over? Is it gone? Is it finished? Is it the next multi-million billion pound industry? Is the craft beer world, and all of the innovation is gone, and all of the kind of... It's so flaming frustrating. It really is. It really is. Mikkeller, this is dreadful. This is a 2 out of 10. This is a 2 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. I just can't believe the beer that I was drinking from you all those years ago has come to this. Has come to this very glass of beer in my hand. It's really not good enough. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.